G'day Cookie, how are you? Great to have you joining us on the Sunday session as these are slightly recorded prelims. We're going to have a quick chat to Sophie Daly about Raymond's chances here this afternoon. And we start with Go Trigger. What's the theory behind the quick backup?
We sort of were a little bit soft on him between New Plymouth and Otaki, so he probably needed that run at Otaki before today, so hopefully that'll benefit him a little bit and he'll go well today.
I just watched the run back at Otaki. He was sort of off the bridle at the 600 metre mark. He kept on coming, but he didn't quite show that sprint he's shown in recent times.
Yeah, he was definitely off the bridle a little bit earlier than normal. Maybe the track didn't quite suit him as well. It was a little bit different to what he won on at Waverley, so yeah.
All good, post that run clearly, still lively?
Yeah, definitely.
Got a couple of other good chances I thought in Royal Teasy. Your thoughts here in the fall?
Yeah, I think he's a nice horse. He should be a good chance today. He's improved sort of both runs where he's finished midfield. Sort of still learning his craft, but I think he'll improve today.
And I was really quite keen on Boots to Fill in race number 5. I thought the last start suggested he'd be really hard to beat over ground.
Yeah, he's a really nice horse, I think. That start that he had at Otaki, he went really well and he would have learned a lot. So hopefully today he can break that maiden.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Sophie Daly, who's doing a lot with Raymond's horses. We see Sophie a fair bit around the racetracks now with Raymond bringing out quite a team in recent times. Geez, I've had to go for the electric blanket. It's a little bit chilly out the front here of the grandstand. Go Trigger at 3:30. Look, I thought he was great value for when they opened the market up. Watching that race back, he still kept on coming the other day without actually really picking up and flying like he can do. His win was brilliant under Jonathan Riddell. He backed that up with a great effort at New Plymouth. Just a little disappointing last time, but on the quick backup, I don't mind that. I think he's a really progressive type of horse. I've got him clearly on top here over Elite Choice, who's at good value. 2 runs in, you can't knock either of those. They've both been on wet track conditions. The win was great at Counties and then went to Avondale. And a strong sort of 3-year-old filly set weights and penalties and just didn't quite cop that track on that occasion. So it'll depend if it gets through these track conditions, but Elite Choice in for second. Whiskey and Rye, I thought of the Myers runners, but look, we've spoken to Jason. He actually likes Du Pug as a good chance here. Coco Bull went great, who Dupug was behind at the trials recently. Fool's taking 2 kilos off, so I might even swap those around and throw in return message. I know it mixes its form, but when it really wants to put its hand up, like it can really run some nice races. It's only won 1 from 12, but it is a 7-year-old mare. But you go back 2 starts, I thought it was a really good effort at Tauranga. Prior to that, it wasn't a bad effort behind a Pao Joe. It was a really tough track that day, and Fresh Up was a good effort. And is a winner here at the River City. So I didn't quite understand the 18s on that particular horse. I thought it might put itself somewhere in the mix here this afternoon. But look, I'll stick with Go Trigger. I thought he was my next best on the program. If he runs up to his best, we didn't see that last start, but I'm not too stressed about the quick backup. Let's get up to you, Justin. What did you make of race 3?
Really difficult race, no idea to be honest, and I had my numbers in a few different orders before I finally settled on 1362 with no confidence. I thought a bit of a niggly little race really, although I think he's got out to a crazy price each way here. Dupug, I agree with Jace Myers here. I think he can run a bit of a race. First up, Dupug. He is a horse who last year ran a race off a very long break as well. He ran very well first up after a trial, and I thought he trialled pretty well, as Jason said. I thought his trial was quite good, running 4th against quite good company. Coco Bill won their trial, ran them along. I thought Dupug actually found the line okay. First up at a fresh state, track good for him. He likes it heavy. I think he can get in amongst it. So he's on top at the price. 3 Go Trigger for all the reasons you've talked about on this very quick backup, which has got to be a bit of a plus, I reckon. It's got to be a real positive here. Number 6, Trainwreck. That's the mover, isn't it? Trainwreck, 650 to 420. Certainly found a spot for him. He's a big chance here. He loves a heavy track. He's 3rd up. Might have just taken 1 or 2 more runs. Usually he goes pretty well fresh, but I reckon just as he's got a bit older, he's 8 now, Trainwreck, but home track. Can get very keen. Mediana Hudson back on, I think's a plus. She knows this horse. I reckon they might just let him roll here. He might take some stopping, Trainwreck, and there's a very confident push for him. I've got him right in the mix and can certainly win. Can never get a line on Whiskey and Rye. He's very hard to follow for mine, but very capable. 1-3-6-2. Set to go. This is race number 3, the carpet maintenance and cleaning, 1360. Go Trigger on a very quick backup. 340 the money. Punters are with him. Set to go. Grange Williams starter gates. 340 Go Trigger, your favourite. Elite Choice, the Northern Visitor in 1. Set, ready, and they're racing. And Elite Choice jumped away well off the inside. Whiskey and Rye out the back early along with Dew Pug. Train Wreck let roll today. And he's going to take it up, Train Wreck. Return message to second. And pushing through in the centre there is Our Sassian. Elite Choice will just be eased back behind them. Fourth, followed by Ride the Tide. And then the favourite Go Trigger, Dew Pug, Whiskey and Rye. It's Train Wreck, the leader with 1,000 metres to go. Steadies up and travelled well. A length and a half over. Return message riding shotgun second. Our Sassian is third. Almost 3 lengths to Elite Choice. And then came Ride the Tide. Go Trigger moving around those 3 out of them. Whiskey and Rye, Dew Pug. She's got the brakes on. Train Wreck really dictating terms. He's getting it his way. Leading by a length over. Return message as they run to the 600. Around them 3 wide the favourite. That is Go Trigger. Our Sassian fourth. Then Ride the Tide. Elite Choice urged along, followed by Dew Pug and Whiskey and Rye. Lily playing the patient game last. Only 6 lengths first to last. Train Wreck joined by Go Trigger. Our Sassian sticks the rail. Then Return Message. Elite Choice. Wider Dew Pug. Whiskey and Rye. And Ride the Tide. Train Wreck heads out for home. Over Our Sassian and wider Go Trigger. And now Whiskey and Rye is starting to let go from the back. Train Wreck the leader. Go Trigger is trying to reel him in. Go Trigger to Train Wreck down the outside. Whiskey and Rye, but it's Go Trigger in front. Go Trigger is a little bit too good in the finish. Go Trigger to beat second. Whiskey and Rye. Train Wreck third. Then Elite Choice, Dew Pug and Our Sassian. Return message and last Ride the Tide. Too good. On the quick back up, they pulled the trigger. And Go Trigger has won. Punters have got the right one here for Sarah McNabb. A little bit too good for Whiskey and Rye and Train Wreck. It'll be 3-2-6. 3-2-6 and 5, Bevan, race 3.
Yeah, he's a pretty progressive type of animal, isn't he? What we saw fresh up was great. He backed it up with a good win. He was good the next start and just disappointed a fraction last time, but he's made a long, sustained run. And
Trofea was 3 shot and passed as fit to start. So Trofea, reshot and has been passed as fit to start. He's got on Sky too. Righto, so here at Forbes, we've got number 8, the favourite here on the New South Wales tab, and it's Bloomin' Hill. Hang on, number 8. Number 8's number 6, I should say. Number 6 is a favourite here. Restless Spirit is $3 into $2.50. Number 1's at $3, Regal Aid, and number 8 at $7.60. So Bloomin' Hill, the local horse, third favourite, trained by Melissa Harrison, who's got a big team in here today. And it won't be long to move up. The track is a track. Good for the track. And great work in the track ready here, Tom Malloy and the crew there. Now they're moving up in the line now, and Borkham Hill's the first one to come up. Borkham Hill's the first one up in the line for the Walker family, sponsored Showcase Super Maiden Handicap, a $50,000 maiden. Pretty big, good prize money, isn't it? So here comes Bangles, Terry Croft, wonderful supporter of Forbes Jockey Club, travels up for Hawkesbury every year. He's had a fair bit of success here too. So he likes to party, still out our miss, and here comes Trofea from the Darryl Rolfe stable, goes up to its gate, waiting on our miss. Also Villa Viva Diva, Distant Stripes, and Restless Spirit. And Restless Spirit is the favourite just in front of Regal Aid. 1,300 metres here, got a nice run down the back from the chute there. And looks in great order and going to be a big crowd here today. Big representation from Bankstown Sports Club. They've been sponsoring here for getting on close to 30 years, I think it is now. And they travel up from Sydney, spend about 3 days in Forbes. Righto, so Distant Stripes is still back behind the gate. Trofea's going in, and here's Restless Spirit about to move forward. Villa Viva Diva, our miss. is about to be brought up into its position. Our miss has Matthew Carl on board, one of the 3 runners trained by Michael Lynch. Adam Crittenden will be along today, as usual, been coming here for over 20 years, and he'll call races 345, the top caller from Victoria. Wonderful caller, Adam. Now, distance stripes about to move up, and that'll leave Villa Viva Diva to complete the lineup. And they'll be set to go. The first of 8 on Forbes Cup Day. Forbes Cup is race 7 on the card. Villa Viva Diva comes up, and they're about set to go here. Stand by. All set. Race 1 about to get underway. Starter holds them steady there now. Starter off his stand. Might be a manual start here. Might be a manual start. Red light still blinks. Right there, racing Villa Viva Diva and Awa Miss began well. Trophy is driving right through along the rails in the early stages. This is going to be very handy, and Bloomin' Hill is charging up to be about 3rd on the outside. Restless Spirit. Then came Bangles on the fence. Getting back now was Awa Miss, and a fair way back then came Distant Stripes and Villa Viva Diva just in front of it. So they head off the back now, and Trofeo takes up the running, kicked away by 2.5 lengths. Bloomin' Hill in second place. Restless Spirit works through with Bangles, right through to 3rd now. Regal Aid's about 4th, followed then by Borkham Hills, who's back near the inside. The next one was Like to Party. Getting well back now with Restless Spirits, a fair way off them as they race towards a home turn. And down at the tail was Distant Stripes up towards the corner, and Trofeo was the leader. Here's the challengers coming now. It's Regal Aid coming up 3 wide. Borkham Hills is closer to the fence, further out there. Awa Miss, Villa Viva Diva down the outside, but Trofeo was the leader. Coming home pretty well now, Bloomin' Hill, and Distant Stripes is working home. Trofeo in front and getting through. Life's a Party near the rails, and Restless Spirit on the outside. And Restless Spirit got up to beat Trofeo. Photo for 3rd here. Oh, pretty close there. Likes a Party, also close up there was Distant Stripes, followed in over on the inside. Next in would have been Bangles, followed in further back there by Borkham Hills. Bloomin' Hill pulled up quickly. Regal Aid pretty disappointing. Awa Miss, and down near the tail of the field was Villa Viva Diva.
11th race.
Yeah, it's finished all over the top of them. Restless Spirit. Restless Spirit finished all over the top of them here.
Edgar Payares rides 12 War Artist.
Favourite gets home in
Quinella, Trifecta, Superfecta, Super High 5 wagering, 7 minutes to post.
Very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome along to the Wyong Race Club for our Sunday winter racing here this afternoon. The first race brought to you by the New South Wales Jockeys Association. And it's a maiden plate over the 1630. Scratchings are 2, 3, 8 and 12. And the favourite at the moment is number 1, Indigo Star, $2.15. For My Country Boy, $2.50. And $10 or better the rest, headed by number 7, What She's Having. Riding change in the first. Number 7, What She's Having now, Dylan Gibbons. Dylan Gibbons on number 7. On behalf of the club, welcome along. Enjoy your afternoon here. First of 8 races due in around 9 minutes.